Tabletop time.
I'm Jazza.
I'm Dave.
And a lot of you have been asking, when is your battle report for Age of Sigmar coming out? Well, right now. This is it. Yay!
This battle report was filmed almost a year ago, and we have managed to fight through some of the little demons and gremlins to bring it to you today.
We've learnt a lot from it, so expect more battle reports more often.
Yeah, we're actually really confident that we can make and release a battle report shortly after the launch of 10th edition, which we're really excited for, and then we can get back to some of the battle reports we promised. Now, today's battle, as it was filmed so long ago, some of the rules may have changed, but don't worry about that, because we're focusing on delivering a really fun narrative adventure for you all to enjoy.
Which is something we can take to really high levels with the artists that we employ, and with our epic editor talent in post-production. There's a lot of fun ahead of you. So we really hope you'll enjoy it, and a huge thank you to our patrons and Blackmagic for making this video possible. It really would not be possible without our sponsor and of course without your support. May the battle begin!
Oh, yes.
Sigmar is my compass. I am his judgment. Brog the coward, your time is at an end.
We repelled the Greenskins last time, but our vigil is eternal. Our Etherwing scouts report Greenskins amassing on the banks of the Rithon. We must deploy the Storm Host immediately and purge these lands of their foul taint once and for all.
So the Yumis have stomped me mount last time, but I got a bigger one to show 'em who the brainiest boss is and the biggest. All we gots to do is put the poison muck in their drinking water, and that'll make the soft ones dinner than the rest.
In today's battle, Dave, that's me, is playing a Stormcast Eternal Stormkeep army. The army is led by the Holy Spear of Justice, using Yngdrasta's rules, and Edward, who is a Knight Vexillor with the Banner of Apotheosis. Holding the watermill at the center of the board, we have a squad of Free Guild Guard, and we also have some Free Guild Crossbowmen, but these ones are using bows. Filling out those core slots for the Stormcast, we have 2 units of 5 Vindictors, a unit of 5 Sequitors, and a squad of 3 Praetors to protect the Spear of Justice. Jazza is running a Kruleboyz army and illegally using 4 leaders, but we're not worrying about that for narrative play. Leading the army is Brog, who's found himself a new mount, and is using the rules for Swamp Boss Scumdrek. We also have Brainsy, the Killer Boss, as second in command, and a rabble of 20 Hobgrots. Making up the backbone of the Kruleboyz force are 2 squads of 10 Gut Rippers, who are inspired to new heights by Merc Knob with Belcher Banner, Burpee Boy. Providing fire support for this group is a squad of Manskewer Bolt Boys, and finally we have the tricky spells of a Swamp Coalition. Today we're playing a custom mission where Jazz's Kruleboyz are attempting to poison the river, reaching the watermill and spoiling the water source for all the mortals downstream. The Stormcast are planning on defending this and stopping it from happening, but there's a small local garrison already at the watermill ready to defend. There are 3 objectives along the river, with the central objective at the watermill. Each objective is worth 1 victory point at the end of each player turn you control it, but this begins in the second battle round. Nothing could be scored in the first. And due to the Stormcast side starting with the small squad already on the central objective, that central objective is worth 2 victory points every turn to the Kruleboyz and the Kruleboyz only. So if they take control of it, they will take a very strong victory point lead.
We have to pick our grand strategies for the battle, and it is only fitting that my Spear of Justice ends the threat, the menace of Brog once and for all. So I am going for Vendetta, which means I have to kill Brog, and my model must remain alive, the Spear of Justice.
Meanwhile, the Mudladz are out for severed heads. So my grand strategy is
Sever the head!
And the strategy involves severing their heads. Well, specifically 2 heads.
You have to put bombs on the table or something, don't you? Are you putting bombs on the table?
Yes, turn the other way. We, the Mudladz, have entered the battlefield before the Twilight Sentinels arrive, because Wheeze is sneaky. And the first trap is right here. The second one is right here. First to the battlefield is my Killer Boss, accompanied by Stabgrot.
My first unit of whatever they're called here.
20 Hobgrots marching closely behind.
I can't match that. Edward strides onto the field.
Bolter boys.
Secretaires walking through the wheat fields and striding towards their heroic victory.
Kruleboyz. Over here behind the shade of this lovely tree.
And more heroic Stormcast Eternals stride forth to deal with the stinky butt Kruleboyz.
Burpee boy with the pocket sand.
And I deploy my Praetors.
My second lot of Kruleboyz, all of which are going to group up on the edge of this hill here.
And I place the Spear of Justice. It's not very effective on camera.
We'll fix it in post.
I think
Scooch! In. I have one last model to place, my little wizard with his little potcot.
Cool.
Who are calmly nestled behind our group here, beside Bragg.
I will let you know before we start that these Praetors are sworn to protect the Spear of Justice, which is relevant for their bodyguard rule. So they are her bodyguards.
So it's time to roll, see who goes first. Got 25! Yeah!
You roll a d6. This isn't D&D.
No, it's we rolling a d20.
You get to choose who goes first. You have priority.
I'm going first.
Okay, which means I get 2 command points and you get 1 command point in battle round 1. We're at battle round 1!
Whoa! At the start of my turn, I am picking the battle tactic.
Take that, suckers!
Which means I'll get a victory point if at least 10 wounds or mortal wounds in any combination are caused by my units to Dave's units this turn, and fewer than 10 wounds or mortal wounds in any combination were caused from Dave's units to my units.
So now we generate command points for the turn. We each have our general still alive on the battlefield, so we both get 1. So you go up to 2, I go up to 3.
I'm assigning the heroic action, heroic leadership to Bragg. He's very heroic. If he runs away and his mount dies, that's not heroic. That's he's just getting a bigger mount for the more heroic battle to come.
Let's see how heroic he is, because you need to roll a dice.
Ha!
And on a 4+, something happens, otherwise nothing happens. So nothing happens.
He's saving his heroism.
However, I get to be heroic too. And I'm going to use the Spear of Justice and do the same heroic action. And she's also not heroic and nothing happens.
At the very beginning, the precipice of this battle, my Swampcaller Shaman casts Sneaky Miasma on Bragg.
Boss, you may now move without being seen. Let's get in there and rip them Yumis apart, mess up the water and show them who's the boss. Bragg is the boss and I'm Bragg, that's me. I'm the boss.
Oh, and by the way, my little Hobgrots are making bets as to who is going to die first, and their bets are on someone in this squad.
Oi, mate, bet you 5 shinies them boys can't get first. Oh, you'll take that bet.
Now that's all I've got in the hero phase. Now we're in the movement phase, and I'm going to start moving. I'm going to start with Bragg, and he's going to be trying to get around and across the river.
Quit holding me back, you lot, and hurry up.
Ha! I am going to intercede, sir.
What? Don't you with your bloody Twilight tactics.
I order myself, the sergeant of the squad of halberdiers, upon seeing Bragg step within 9 inches of him, uses a command point to order his own squad to redeploy in response. That's a movement.
The halberdiers.
The halberdiers are going to redeploy.
You bastards!
So, I want you to look at the sergeant of that squad dead in the eye. This model at the front, I want you to pick him up and look him dead in the eye.
This one?
No, the other one. That
the one with bloody, the one with the missing arm.
Yeah.
It's
you, Jazza!
No, you're putting me in the firing line. How could you?
Do you know why he's protecting this mill? Because his 2 children and his wife.
No, you stop that. You stop that. You're playing.
He lost an arm.
Mudladz dirty.
He lost an arm defending them.
This is so low for the Twilight Sentinels on their high
What do you mean
horse.
to defend? We're striding to defend this man. I've spent a command point, so now I roll a dice and I will move. They redeploy. They move this many inches. 6 inches! Maximum redeploy.
If only Mini Jazza wasn't so bloody efficient on the tabletop.
So this is a fast-running river to keep this watermill going. Aside from the fording point here where it's very shallow, any time a model would move onto or move across during the movement or charge phase, the water, they roll a dice, and on a 1, they take a mortal wound.
Sir, I can't swim.
We're just charging full pelt.
So they
That's
move
an extra
8.
3 inches for my bolty boys.
Let's go.
Next belty boy is running an extra 3,
Keep
making
the
it
pace.
for a total of 8. Joining this group here.
You know what's really weird? The army feels less threatening because that watermill literally obscures 100% of Bragg from my perspective here. And as soon as I can see him again, I'm going to start shitting myself. Do you have any charges to declare?
I want to charge with Bragg.
Okay.
Wow, that was... Should I use a command point to re-roll?
Up to you.
Bragg is so reckless, he's just going to do it.
Cool.
He's got something to prove. I'm spending my only remaining command point to charge again. Come on! Ha!
I want to see it. Snake Eye!
Really? 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 Come on.
Giddy up! Come on! You know where to go! Come on, oi! No, listen, bloody heel and bloody... Who'd have thought the bigger they get, the dumber they get?
Beginning of the hero phase, we each gain a command point. I will declare my action. Now, we've made a little homebrew rule in this because I got to start with units on an objective. Even though I can't score in the first turn, I am not able to use any of the abilities that allow me to call a claim objective. It would be a little bit cheap, especially on the first turn. So I'm not going to pick a battle tactic that lets me claim an objective.
I reckon you should walk right near that fallen fence poster.
I don't think I can get anything. So, heroic action, I'm going to be inspiring with the Sword of Justice again, or the Spear of Justice. She's got both. Double justice. And a 4. So she has a free command ability she can use.
I'm gonna be super rough and nasty! Yeah!
So Bragg has a free command ability that he can use this turn. I'm going to use the Spear of Justice's command ability to use her free command point to order the Praetors to maximum run. So they're going to get an 11-inch move.
Keep pace with the winged lady! At the double, men!
Yggdrasta is not going to bother running because she's zoomy. She moves 12 inches.
Ah, poop.
So she's just going to move. Bannerman,
Wait up! I'm keeping up, master!
these guys, 4-inch, so they get a 9. These laddies. So I have these archers and these spearmen. Really don't want to give up the central objective that easily. I gotta hold it, right? 2 drown. 2 drown in the bargain.
We also can't swim.
I'm losing all my models to this damn river.
Part of our strategy all along, lads! Make them go for a bloody swim and let the river do the work. Here's the next part of the plan, lads. We sneak up and we play bongos on his head.
All right, so I'm using my Cities of Sigmar models as an absolute meat shield, and they're all gonna shoot Bragg. Twang! We have 7 hits against Bragg.
Oh!
Okay, so 5 wounds on Bragg with no rend. All right, so that is movement, shooting. I can't charge with anything because most of it ran, and that is the end of the battle round. I have to take another battle shock test. They're all within! They're immune to battle shock because they're within range of Yggdrasta. So it's the end of round 1. None of us achieved any victory points. We're on 0 each, but from next turn onwards, objectives are in play.
Okay.
So we're going to be fighting over those pretty furiously. Hey, I forgot to mention at the start of the game because there's so many little rules. I have a triumph because my army is like 30 points lower than yours. Once per battle, I can pick a unit when they finish charging and they get +1 to wounds for that turn.
Oh, poop. Okay.
Yeah, it's just an extra little perk for having a smaller army.
I am going to stick to the same battle tactic. I'm going to try and deal 10 wounds and not take 10 wounds.
Cool.
Guess who's first?
Your hero phase.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, hero phase. I'm going to roll for that heroic leadership to get that sweet,
Ooh.
sweet extra command point.
Now your spell, sir. Would you like to cast magic?
I would like to cast magic. My shaman would like to cast a boggy mist over
Okay.
the whole board.
No worries.
He just sort of spreads. I'm telling you, Mudladz, I know what I'm doing.
Got it!
11. So Boggy Mist is in effect. Is that +1 to all your charge rolls or
And
something?
-1 to yours.
Ooh. Spell cast. Next up, movement.
Charges right up to there.
Okay, as a reaction, I'm going to redeploy.
Fuckers!
You are pushing me off this objective. Now I just realized.
Now I'm going to poop in your mouth.
What the dude? What the bro? Now your next movement.
I'm going to use a command point to max out the run of my squad.
They can move 11 inches. Oh, big dog straight into the water. I fucking love it. So now, how many of them are in the water?
I'd say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, 5 dice. Don't get ones.
Got 1,
2 ones. It's a dead mud lad.
I don't know if we should cross, boss.
Don't be silly, the humans did it just fine. I can drown twice as good as an enemy! Wait, did you say you know how to swim? Because I don't.
Burpee boy,
Oh,
Full movement.
maximum runs. This is so good. Shit, you're going to score a lot of points this turn.
Boss boy
Killer boss.
is moving full movement.
That's the third maximum run.
Yeah. Oh, you're in trouble. All right, squad of Kruleboyz over here. They can nestle up nicely right behind Bragg. My shaman happily going
my
nice,
God.
healthy 11.
You rolled over 5 on every roll, I think.
I did.
They just went
4 was
zoomy.
my lowest roll.
Charge face.
Bragg's holding it in the river, face to face with poor little Jazza figure. And Bragg's nestled right up behind the watermill.
Oh my god, you guys, we can't fight that. Soldiers, withdraw.
Reaction! So, you just ended a charge within 9 inches of my archers and ended within 3 inches of an allied unit. Therefore, my archers supporting can fire. So I will use a command point and my squad of archers will shoot Bragg.
Oh my god. 4+ saves. None saved.
Cool, so you've charged in. Now you get to do a monstrous rampage.
Bragg's in there and he's just kicking around, so he's gonna deal some mortal wounds here. Boom.
One dead halberdier. This guy at the back just gets splashed over by the sheer, water effect. Also, you need to roll. You charged and you ended your movement in the water, so you got to roll. And on a 1, you take a mortal wound. Combat. I have a feeling Jazz is about to die. His eyes dart towards the inn where he sees his wife looking out, holding the children tightly towards them.
Don't.
Cool. Don't worry.
No, he thought ahead. He sent him off to
No, he didn't have
the
time.
cousins for the weekend.
Didn't have time.
Pretty sure.
That's why
he
he's so
just-
hopeful the Stormcast are here to save them.
I'm certainly sure that he organised for the children to go on a long trip to their cousin off Stacy, off in the
No,
west.
sorry.
Starting off with my spiked snatcher stick, +3+ to hit 4 attacks.
So
1 doesn't hit.
You get a 6, which means you
Mortal
deal 2 mortal
wounds.
wounds. +1 because Bragg has extra venom. So you just kill 3 outright before you even continue. Bragg is fun.
-1.
I have 5 up armor, so that is
Six
so that's
to save.
2 damage.
Do not flee, men. Sigmar's angel arrives to save us. For Sigmar!
That leaves Jazza.
Are you
Just
serious?
Jazza. 2 more hits, 3 up to wound. Come on, Jazza. Come on, Jazza.
2 wins, so 2 saves.
He's
dead.
Jazza is torn asunder.
Bragg towers looking down at Jazza and shouts,
Yous is too bloody obnoxious to keep around. Okay, but at least I'm consistent. Ah!
My turn. I have to choose. Here's my strategy. Slay the beast! I choose Slay the Warlord. I get a victory point if I kill Bragg this turn.
Bragg, come on, he's got 10 wounds. Can he hold on to dear life?
And for my hero ability, I am going to issue the order on Yggdrasta, your finest hour.
Warriors, know the light of Sigmar, his judgment. His spear fights with you this day. Stand strong, do not falter. We cannot fail.
Standing in the refreshing, cooling waters after slaying your whole squad, Bragg is just gonna let his mount take a sip and stretch a little bit and recover some wounds. Boom!
You get way over your bravery and do nothing. Cool.
The water's not very tasty.
I move these Stormcast Sacrosanct first.
Bragg is gonna redeploy as a reaction to that, spending a command point. 1 dice,
Yep.
an extra. Oh!
1 inch.
1 inch! I'll take
Oh, that's a lot of shiny, lads. Let me just tactically reverse a little bit.
Yggdrasta is just gonna take the hit straight into the water. Shooting phase! I am so committed to killing Bragg. That first thing is my archers are gonna shoot you. And they get 20 shots now because they haven't moved. Hell yeah.
Bragg thinks twice now, surrounded by Stormcast Eternal.
It's the same thing he did last time. Boom! So, Bragg, you are taking 6 armor saves from the volley of shots from the Free Guild archers.
Ow! Oh, bloody hell!
He's half dead, and it's not even the friggin' Twilight Sentinels!
2/3 dead. Yggdrasta hefts her spear in her hand. Be gone from this place, foul beast! And she throws her spear directly at Bragg. Wounding on a 2?
That was a 1!
It doesn't
That was
wound.
a 1!
It doesn't wound. So, I am going to declare a charge with my Stormcast Sacrosancts over there. Luckily, they're within 12 inches of this chap, who allows them to re-roll their charges.
So you're re-rolling.
A 9. A 9 which becomes an 8 because of your spell. It's enough.
no,
It's enough to get Bragg. These guys hit like a fucking ton of bricks.
Yeah, I remember the last game.
Next up, I will charge with Yngdrasta.
She just has to walk sideways through the doorway to fit.
All right, and I will charge with my Praetors. 12.
Wow!
It's gonna get them where they need to be.
They're gonna get our little batch.
Which is the sergeant is gonna come in here. I think Bragg should die this turn.
I have a feeling.
All right, combat phase. I'm gonna activate Yngdrasta first.
I am spending a command point to have extra armor on Bragg.
You bloody dumb give mount! If you're not going to get me into battle properly, at least bloody avoid the hits!
I would like to stomp on Yngdrasta.
All right, roll a dice, and on a 2 up, you deal D3 mortal wounds. Oh.
That was it. That was nothing.
She spooks your mount. She comes in with wings flaring, and the mount's like, ugh. I'm going to use a command point on Yngdrasta. She already has her Finest Hour hero ability activated. I'm going to give her +1 to hit.
My aim is honed. Make your peace.
She gets 4 attacks, 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
-2 rend.
Oh my god. Oh, that's 2 saves. 1 wound.
3 damage. So
Okay.
you lose 3, you're on 2
Oh
health.
no, yeah, okay. He's still in a lot of trouble. He's got 2 wounds left.
He's going to dish out. I was hoping I could kill him before he dishes out damage. He's going to dish out damage now.
Bragg is going to just bloody tear Yngdrasta apart. 4 attacks.
Yngdrasta is down to 6 wounds.
Now, I am pretty debuffed, so I've got 3 attacks with my Grasping Talons. 3+ to hit, all hits.
1/6.
Oh, that's a mortal wound.
So that automatically does 3 mortal wounds. Hold on.
Oh, because he's special. He's special.
She takes 2 mortal wounds, goes to 4.
All right, now I'm going to bite ya.
Failed to wound.
Last but not least, my Thrashing Tail swings around, hits twice. Come on. Yes!
2 wounds. I need to get 4 ups to save.
Whoa!
So 4 wounds.
This is looking better for me than I expected.
I'm rolling a lot of wounds into Yngdrasta. So that hits the bodyguards will take a wound.
Shield the lady!
And 1 ignored. So now the Praetors have lost another wound.
But
Well,
he's
their first
taken
wound.
Yngdrasta down to 3 hit points.
I am going to activate my Hammer Boys. And there are only 3 in range, the ones with the mauls. That gives me 7 attacks with my Sequitors.
4 up saves. 1.
2 damage each.
Oh! Bang! No!
Bring him down!
Oh!
In Sigmar's name, I cleanse the land of your filth. May this be a lesson to all that defy his will.
Oh,
And then he shits himself. Because that's very Mudladz.
his last act is to poison the water.
With his shit.
With his shit. So with no battle shock test to take, and you killing Bragg, he looks up at the Sigmarian angel and says,
I have one last offer of truce. We do a sponsory together before I die.
I will grant you this mercy, Orc. Your last words will be heard.
This epic battle is brought to you by Blackmagic, an Orcs' favourite tool in the trade. Whether you're into vlogging, streaming, or tearing your enemies apart from the throat, Blackmagic Design created DaVinci Resolve, which lets you edit from the simple to the ultra complex, and I prefer the simple.
So easy, even an orc could do it.
That's right, there's lots of complicated things that are industry standard and cutting edge, but I really like the cut page, which puts it all in one place for my clever brain.
I, however, have a little nuance. Taking to the industry-leading color tab for color grading, or perhaps Fusion for adding a little sparkle to my edits.
There are companies out there that try and do everything with a kitchen sink, but Blackmagic does video production like no one else. And if there's anything that we can agree on, it's the fact that free is bloody good. Long story short, if you want to edit from simple YouTube vlogs and streams all the way to Hollywood blockbusters and epic battle reports, Blackmagic Design's DaVinci Resolve got you covered and you don't have to pay a bloomin' cent. I was gonna take that deal to my grave, but I think people need to know about it.
Check out the link in the description. Remember, downloading it's completely free, just like we're about to be, free of orcs.
Yeah, thank you to Blackmagic for sponsoring this video.
Now at the start of your hero phase, I get 1 because I have my general alive. You do not, sir.
Ouch.
So I now have a command advantage.
Okay. Oh, no, that's going to hurt.
So you can still use a heroic ability. I am going to use a heroic ability once you do.
I am going to use mine to hopefully get a command point on this little general fella here. Now, little did Bragg know as he went down into the waters and perished, there was another general in his army who was watching it all happen, one by the name of Brainsy.
Brainsy!
And he's known as that because he's the clever one. Brainsy here he's the one who's been working with the Grots. They're doing the bets and they know what's happening. He's the Brainsy one of the batch.
At last, that idiot's dead. I'm in charge now, boys. Any questions? Take it up with my chopper.
I am going to do the inspiring heal me power.
Even as I fight, Sigma's light heals my wounds. You cannot win, orcs.
My shaman is going to, in this phase, create a potion to hand over to this squad of Kruleboyz. The Gut Rippers are going to have a lovely little poisonous potion to add, which means their venom-encrusted blades get mortal wounds on a 5-up instead of a 6-up. I love that.
And when you combine it with Bragg, who's now dead, it's a very strong combo.
Oh yeah, I should have. Movement phase. Let's roll for movement. Let's start off with Burpee Boy is not going to run. He is going to carefully walk across the bridge so we can charge. Now these fellas, they're going to be running through. Ooh!
5 inches, move.
We'll bring all of them right here, hopefully within a comfortable charging distance. And they're all just fully in the water at this point.
Charging upstream.
Yeah, they're going to use their whole movement to just reposition so they can effectively charge.
Yep. All right, is that all
that's
your
my movement phase done. Ready to charge.
Shooting phase.
Oh, ready to shoot. Big crossbow lads. Come on, do us proud. Come on! My front 4 grots can hit you with grenades. Let's go for it.
1 damage. Aren't I a good boy?
You are a good boy. That was very good of you.
I rolled a 6.
We have been consistently...
I rolled a 6, it bounced out of the thing, and I'm like, oh, I better.
We have consistently been re-rolling for in the tray, so it's...
Oh, it's fine.
I think we've got a system. I like that system, unless
Yeah, it's
I
worked.
roll
Yeah.
the 6 off.
Cool.
Anyway.
I remember when you did, I let you have it.
Did you?
Anyway, so
You just know I'm going to be... I have no hope in
charging phase.
All right, charging phase.
Who are you charging?
I'm going to start off with Burpee Boy. Boom. Just hits the base. Brainsy.
6.
Come on. Oh, just out. Brainsy is going to use his command point to re-roll that. That's a Brainsy move!
Yeah, that's how
He had to
does it.
recalculate it. 12 is well within range. That's a full foot. In fact,
Hey, what was your victory tactic for this turn?
my victory tactic was to eliminate this squad.
Ah,
And if
yeah.
I win that,
That's why you sent the entire armed forces against them? Yeah.
and with my victory tactic being to eliminate this squad this round to get a victory point, I'm feeling pretty good about using this.
12-inch charge.
We have 12-inch charge. Literally can get right in behind. Brainsy knows how to charge. And my squad of grots running up behind. Come on, little fellas, don't let me down. For what? They're like, oh, that's too far.
Do you know how short their legs are, dude? That guy just ran like sprinted.
He's like, come on. And they're like, oh, this is such a pretty view.
Brainsy's known as Brainsy, but actually he mainly doesn't skip leg day like Brock
Yeah.
does. So he's got that stride. Charge roll for the River Boys.
River Boys get a good charge. Splitting up at this group to attack, well, my priority is Yggdrasil, that's why my sergeant's there, and the rest are sort of dividing to get these archers because they can reach them.
And they were just sprinted through the water, so that means 8.
Yep.
Holy
What?
That's 3 mortal wounds, and that's 2 drowned
dead.
guys.
Oh
You
no!
just killing these guys to make it easy.
Oh no, we can't swim either. This river is deeper than I thought it was.
They desperately tried to claw out of the bank and drowned on the way up.
Slippery mud. But Mudladz, that's your thing.
This
Come
is too
on.
clean. It's actually just pristine water, rocky riverbed.
I'm used
no
to
mud.
grabbing the slip.
Now this would have been a great time before the combat phase to have Bragg activate my warg, but instead he's like.
Yeah, unfortunately, your warg requires your
yeah.
general to be alive,
No,
which
you-
would have been such a swing. I prompted you to use it, and You can't.
No.
I'm sorry.
right.
But it is the
appreciate
beginning of the
the
combat
comment.
phase. So there's a bunch of stuff that are going to happen that I'm not
boy.
going to forget this time. I always forget. I'm not forgetting. First of all, my secretaries, scared of those mortal wounds on 5-ups, are going to activate their shields in defense mode, face down.
Wait, before you make that roll,
You can
I
burp,
can
yeah.
burp first.
Okay.
So I'm going to burp first.
So I can't ignore the burp wounds. Because it's your turn, you get to choose the priority that these beginning of combat things work.
burp. That's the shaman. Burp.
Roll a dice. On a 2-up, you deal D3 mortal wounds, I think. 1 dice.
It's a 5.
It's a D. 2 to 5, that unit suffers a mortal wound. And there was already a wound, so you kill a guy. You burp on my dude and kill him!
Let's go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You didn't use your shields for your Mudladz.
Oh, do I get to do that?
Start of the charge
Thank
phase.
you for helping out the new person.
Okay, so you can pick one squad.
I have played a game.
You can pick one.
1 year ago exactly.
And now I continue making all your guys have a bad time.
Yay.
That squad of Kruleboyz, I get lower than their bravery, they're fine.
Yay.
The other squad of Kruleboyz, I get a 7, which is over their bravery. They have also, I ignore the first 2 wounds. So I ignore the first 2 wounds from Burpee and from them. Burps more, obviously.
Right.
Combat phase. You may now select a unit to fight.
Let's start here, shall we? Let's use Brainsy and let's see if he's got.
I'm going to
anything
use a command ability to give that squad +1 to their saves.
Hold fast on the western front.
2 mortal wounds means a dead guy.
One of them's dead.
I'm
yeah.
still, you know what,
That's
it's time.
something.
Tomar's dying.
Ah.
You killed another dude.
Now we're over here.
No, I get to activate now.
Oh, poop.
That's
Poopy.
how it works.
Poopy poop.
I am going to activate my bloody secretaires.
Well, they will be bloody. when
And
I get through
Yingdrasta
with
is
them.
going to command them to have +1 to hit. So it cancels out your -1 to hit that you gave them.
Oh, okay. So it's just balanced.
Balance. Perfectly balanced. So they're going to pile in, hitting on 3s.
1 save.
2 damage a pop, so that's a dead Kruleboy. The other 4 attacks.
Are we in there? We're in here.
I may as well finish my attacks.
Here you go.
4 hits. So it's 1 more dead Kruleboy. That was just their one-handed weapons. So, what? 1 more wound to defend.
Yep.
They have 6-up armor. Hey!
Ah.
So just 1 dude dies to the mortal wound. It'll be the guy that's closest. Old chappy. And everyone falls over. I'm going to activate Yingdrasta and attack them. So Yingdrasta activates.
Ooh, yep. And you're attacking my other Kruleboyz.
The boys that haven't attacked yet, that I've already killed 2 of. 3 damage each, which is 3 dead.
Oh, what? Ah! 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 I got them. I got a couple. I got 5 plus my general on Yingdrasta.
I don't think the back one will be out. The back 2 will be out of range.
Just you bloody wait.
The back 2, I reckon, are out of range. 2 inches.
Back 1 is out of
Okay,
range.
so he can attack something else.
9 attacks against
Hitting on
Yingdrasta.
4s, 2
Whoa!
mortal wounds.
That's 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. She's got 4 wounds left. I will take 1 on a ward save.
2 sixes.
2 wounds. So she literally can't die, but I'm going to take both on my bodyguards. 1 is ignored, 1 goes through the bodyguards. They drop to 1 wound left.
And then I do have 1 lone gut ripper who just sort of shoves a spear in a different direction and gets a mortal wound.
Mortal wound on my secretaires. In retaliatory action, these whatever they're called, justicators, go stab Burpee Boy, Burpiest Boy. They get 5 attacks, 2 mortal wounds.
Ooh.
Burpee Boy. Burpee Boy hasn't fought yet.
Hasn't he?
No,
Oh,
he just
good.
burped.
Yeah.
All he did was burp.
Okay, cool.
Burping isn't combat.
He's got a good burp. But
So he's got
he's got 3 attacks now with his Merc Knob Cleaver. That's 1 hit.
2 hits.
Oh, yeah, 2
3s.
hits, 3 plus.
That is the dead banner bearer, leaving only the sergeant.
Charge.
So I will now activate my Praetors, the bodyguards of Yingdrasta. Oh, the Praetors are in such an awkward position to fight. So I will leave them there because otherwise they break coherent. Oh no. They can be like that. All right, so he goes over there. And those 3 attack. The sergeant attacks the far squad. The 2 others attack the squad in the river. So the sergeant swings in against that lone squad, hitting on 3s. 2 hits, wounding on 3s. No wounds.
Nothing.
She swings and she misses. The other 2 attack the squad in the river, striking down and, oh my. Those are some good rolls. It's all right. 2 damage a pop. That's 2 dead Kruleboyz.
Bummer. These?
Yep. And then this small 12-year-old boy says, "Come on, we can get him!" And they all pile in
on this the most difficult to navigate terrain. Now, if only you put a bomb on that little hill.
Yeah.
All right, so the back two aren't going to be able to fight. They have a dagger, 1 attack each, 5 up to hit.
Oh,
Failed.
nothing.
They all do nothing, which is fitting, I think. Battle shock test.
Yeah, there's a few of these to do now.
Hold fast on the western front.
Please be awful. Oh.
That's as
Wait, no,
awful
that's
as it
bad.
could
Yeah,
possibly
that's
be.
bad. 6 is bad. What does that mean, Dave?
It means
What does it mean?
I use a command point.
No, it doesn't mean that, Dave. Pretty sure it does.
Oh, it's at the start. I rolled. You have to use it at the start. It's not a reroll. It's they're immune to battle shock, but I rolled. He's dead.
Let's go.
They were immune to battle shock?
I could have done it, but because I rolled, no. So you can pick before rolling and make them immune.
Oh, really?
But I didn't do that. It's not a reroll. It's like you can pick to make them immune for a command point. I didn't. So
Snuck it through the cracks.
he's dead. You get a victory point.
Yes. I'll take it. I'll fight dirty. I don't care. We're Mudladz.
Oh, you have to do your battle shocks now. Come on.
Yeah.
So roll your battle shock. You rolled a 1.
Okay. Could be worse.
So they lose none to bravery, but they do lose 2 to coherency.
2. And I think it's going to be these fellas are just like, yeah, no, they've got shivs, run! That's why the shivs missed, because these guys are like...
They just ran,
Yeah.
fell in the river and floated away.
No, take the easy road. Please be brave. They were
1.
brave.
So they lost-
No, they were very unbrave.
1 runs away.
I always
no,
get
that's brave. It's good.
Low is brave.
Only
I-
one
I
run.
just-
One does run.
I just get so confused with bravery.
I'm pretty sure at the end of your turn, because that was your turn,
Yep.
you control this for 1 victory point. You no longer control that. There's no way. And you don't control that. So you get 1 victory point. for your
Okay,
turn.
cool.
So what are you on now?
I'm on 5.
I'm on 3.
I
No,
have
I'm
to
on
shut-
1. I'm on 1.
You're on 1.
I'm on 1.
I have a shot at this.
All right, my turn 3.
I might win this with victory points if I can hold on.
My turn 3.
Hold on.
My battle tactic for the turn is broken ranks. And I will select that unit there. If I destroy them, I get a victory point.
The orc is a faltering beast. They already begin to flee. Cut down their eastern flank and their line will collapse.
Some really, really great, fun things to do. Just fun, neat things, and you're really gonna like them.
I hate when he starts talking like this.
So when this is removed, so when this last model was killed, call for aid! We've lost brothers and sisters! I choose a hero. It's a command ability, so I do have to spend a point.
What do you got up your sleeve?
Once per battle, when a friendly Redeemer unit is destroyed, a unit with 5 or fewer models, pick a hero of mine on the battlefield. And I'm gonna pick this guy.
Okay, Banner Boy.
And then I pick a point wholly within 12 inches of him and more than 9 inches from enemy units.
The gathering storm heralds reinforcements for Sigma!
And then I deploy
The same dead
unit
guy.
back on the
The
table.
unit. What? F off the unit.
For Sigma!
What? Games Workshop. I'm not even mad at you, Dave. Like Games Workshop. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that?
So they're back.
Okay, but do I get a victory point for?
Yeah,
still
you get your
killed
victory. You killed them. They're a new unit. They're like their friends coming to reinforce them.
It's a bittersweet moment.
So that means so far,
you
technically, starting models off the table, you've killed that squad of Free Guild Guard led by Jazza.
I have more victory points.
You do.
That's
You
something.
do have
Let's
more
see
victory
how far that takes me.
All right, so then we go into turn 3. First thing I'm going to do is I generate a command point because my general is smart enough not to be dead. The second thing I'm going to do is
See, they got a brainsy too.
Yingdrasta is going to attempt to heal. She heals 2 mortal wounds and goes back to 5.
Yeah.
So we're going to go movement phase.
I'm about to get fucking ruined. All right, let's go.
The new guys that just came onto the battlefield, they're actually going to run. They can't charge, but I didn't bring them back to charge. I brought them back to claim this objective.
No! Oh, poop.
Oh, they only move 6. That's an extra inch.
Bloody victory points.
So that's going to be and from now on, it's turn 3, my turn. My models are worth 3 models each. So basically the 3 squads of 5 Stormcast are all worth 3 models each. The archers are going to fire 9 arrows into these Mudladz that are just in that river in front of them. 2 wounds.
5 up to save, 1 save.
1 damage. And Yingdrasta is going to throw a spear into them.
Oh.
Hoya! 3 wounds. So she throws
They're
a
both
spear
dead.
and it skewers both of them.
Great.
And then she just rematerializes the spear in her hand.
Yay!
Go, Yggdrasta.
There's a skewer floating down the river.
And I think I will activate the Secretaires and just come in and absolutely pummel you, is the intent. At the beginning of the combat phase, I declare a thumb war. No, at the beginning of the combat phase, I'm going to declare that they're going to channel their energy into their Storm Strike maces, which will allow them to get extra hits on 6s. Any of your models that are cheeky enough to be within range of me, I debuff. So I attack with my Secretaires. 7 attacks, hitting on 3. And just to make it easy, I will spend a command point to give them +1 to hit.
Easy for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
2s to hit. All right, so those 2 6s instantly become 2 hits.
Cool.
Each instead of 1 because I channeled into their weapons. And then rolling to wound is 3s to wound. 6, -1 rend.
6 plus saves. Yep.
2 damage each. Hey,
That's
you made
3 saves.
But that's 3 dead
But that's-
Kruleboyz.
Yeah, okay. Still
So there's
sucks.
2 left.
No, there's 1 left.
Oh, was there only 4 there?
Yeah.
Oh, because 1 ran.
Yeah.
Okay, so the sergeant, the only guy left in combat, so you may as well activate him.
I activate my sergeant. Ah!
I don't want to be here anymore.
And 2 wounds.
Yggdrasta armor saves, both save.
Great. As you were.
I activate Yggdrasta.
Yep.
She swings her blade of judgment.
And doesn't do great. Oh, it's 2 plus.
She misses with 3 of 4
Does she?
attacks. She hits on 3s with her melee attack.
Okay, cool.
And then she needs a 2 to wound. A 6, -2 rend 3 damage. Yeah, you can't even
He's
block
dead,
it.
yeah,
He just
okay.
cuts him in half. She like spent the first 3 things just spinning her sword around, being all arrogant, and then the final swing.
Then I grant you release.
And that's it.
Well,
So
it
end
certainly
of turn
looks
3.
like that's it. They're all fucking gone. Where did they...
What do I do?
That river is like running
Full of
red.
blood,
Yeah.
but not poison.
Red
so
and brown.
It's not bad. We'll see not poison. Who knows if you're winning? I've got to count some victory points.
I drank poison before the battle. Joke's on you. That's why they're fighting so poorly.
So they're all like dying of poison. So I am going to gain a victory point for killing that squad because that was my little tactic.
Okay, yeah.
And then at the end of the turn, I control easily the central and that objective. So I get 2
victory
more. So I'm on 4. And then we're going
But at the
into
end of your
4.
turn, does that count? Or
No, it's
for
only
the
on
ones you
each of
control?
our turns.
Oh, you're
turn
catching
4.
up, and I am in a lot of trouble. Round 4 may see the, well, let's face it, is most certainly going to see the victory point shift. But hey, you know what? I've got a whole squad here and some bolties. Might be able to pull some nasty tactics if I roll right.
All right, it's the roll
Roll-off
off.
time.
2.
Oh my God! Roll. Yes!
All
By
right.
1. Okay.
You gonna go first?
I am definitely going to go first. For my heroic action, I'm going to roll to get...
Heroic leadership and fail. And for my heroic action, I'm going to attempt to heal Yggdrasta. Roll under her bravery, I do, and then I heal D3 wounds, which is 2 wounds. She's almost back at full health.
Hero phase.
Turn 4. Victory points are 5 to 4. Things are not looking good for the Stormcast.
Now I can still cast a spell, and it'll probably be, let's face it, my shaman's last act. And I'm going to cast the Boggy Mist to make sure I can charge,
And I
you're
can't,
worse
yep.
at charging. So, Boggy Mist. Do that. Spell value 7. Okay. Everything I'm just so confident about the rest
That's
of the
what
game.
confidence looks like,
Yep.
yeah.
My hobgrots with grenades can run and throw.
Okay.
So I'm going to start by moving them.
With a run.
Oh, horny boys at the back. I literally did not think about that when I said it.
Horny boys to the back, you heard it here first.
I have other moves to make. I'm also going to move Burpee Boy.
Yep.
Okay. So he's rejoined our group here. He's got 3 wounds left. Before I move up to my shaman, I also have my killer boss, and I'm going to move him off to the side. Ah!
Brainsy's got a plansy. Come on, Stabby lot. Let's go.
One more move I can make, and that is with my shaman over there. I am going to run away. 6, yay, full movement. He's going to go 5 here and 6 here. And he is completely out of view and target range, hopefully, of your sneaky
Stormcast Eternals.
Stormcast.
Yep.
Yeah. Storm. Shooting time.
All right. How many grenadiers do you have in range, and what are you planning on throwing grenades at?
That's a good question. I am throwing grenades to decimate as much of these archers I can, because at least they're ones I'm confident to splatter a bit.
They took like 8 wounds off Bragg. For a 100-point squad of Free Guild archers, they did a lot.
I have 13 in range. Let's go!
Hitting on claws.
That was actually all right.
It was
1, 2, 3,
50-50.
4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits.
7 hits and wounding on 3s with neg 1 rend. Holy moly.
All right, come on, do some damage.
Oh!
That's 6.
And
Wounds,
my
neg 1 rend.
my dudes have 6 up armor, which means that's just 6 dead archers.
Is it? Hey, that was all right.
4.
That's what you get when
5.
you let your heart win.
6.
Whoa. I like Pamela.
So
Light 'em, lob 'em, watch 'em blow!
People taking that last stand.
that's
That's a significant battle shock test to take, sir, and I don't think they're very brave.
remember Lord of the Rings Battle for Helm's Deep, where
Yeah.
there's that little kid who's like, and he's like, how old are you, boy? And he's like, these soldiers have seen too many winters or too few. Great movie.
I'm 6. Good job, Grotties. And we're shooting, so I actually have these gentlemen who have not moved and have quite a decent range. With 24 inches, the answer is kind of anyone I want to hit in that area, which is delightful. So I'm going to, with all of my firepower from my Bolt Boys, attack that squad.
The squad of infantry.
No, the hero. I'm gonna attack the hero because I need to get
Okay.
rid of your fucking heroes, and I forgot what my goal was for the game. You're out. Yeah, because your goal was to, and if I can cancel that, all right.
So you're going for your grand strategy. If you do shoot him, you have neg 1 to hit because he's a character.
3 ups to hit. Can you blow on my dice? Ooh, I got the Twilight power.
It was a curse.
I'm gonna use it against you. Ah! Yeah! That's
Damn it, I used my Twilight power. And now you got 4 mortal wounds, straight up. So he just loses 4 wounds. Okay, so he drops
what's he got left?
to 2 wounds from 6.
Whoa! I still get to roll for wound. Hopefully that does a little more. Yes, it does.
That is a wound.
Please.
This is damage 2 weapon, so his armor allows me to reroll armor saves against it.
Okay.
And he passes his armor save. That could have killed him.
It will take more than that to lay me low, fiends.
We have a combat phase coming up, but not before the charge phase. So let's see if I can charge you. And I'm going to start by charging with Burpee Boy. Come on, Burpee Boy, don't let me down. Yeah!
5 inches. Did he let you down?
He let me down. Fucking useless.
Did you add the +1 from Boggy
I did not add the +1 for Boggy Mist! Oh! Wait, with 1 extra inch. You know what?
The things you could do with 1 extra inch. 6-inch charge. Yeah, he's in. He only needs to be within half an inch, so he gets there. He doesn't have to be base to base.
Really?
Yeah. No! My Morrowind-inspired street sign! Medic! 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 Oh, it wasn't meant to be you. It was meant to be Murray.
I'm the medic.
Board medic. Always have a board medic on hand when you're playing games.
You hold and I'll squad.
I don't think we'll need the square.
See, I'm not all chaos and destruction. Yet.
Run, Burpee! Get 'em! That's an order!
Now, I've reread my rule. I read at the start of combat, but no, it's at the end of the charge phase. So it's slightly before you get to burp on me. So I roll 2d6 for each enemy unit within 1 inch of an Andals of the Heldenhammer unit. If it's greater than your bravery, the first 2 wounds you cause to me are ignored.
Bravery 7.
8. So the first 2 wounds you do are ignored.
Let's jump into combat, shall we? I'm going to start by burping in your face.
All right.
Captain. Haha!
Is that D3 mortal wounds?
That is D3 mortal wounds, which happens to be
2. Which are negated.
ignored. But they're done.
But that's
And
my-
negated.
yeah,
And then
and
the
the
other one,
squad
there's,
behind.
there's a mist of spare burp going over his shoulder to do nothing. It just sort of like, ooh, smelly. But
You get to choose to attack.
I'm also going to use the move I Bite a Ash. Pocket Sands! Ha!
Ah!
Seeing as I have this one in my sights for my grand strategy.
Edward doesn't like pocket sand. How
Pocket Sand! Fucking nothing.
Does nothing.
Nothing.
He's wearing
I hate
Jazza.
that build up to disappointment. It's so painful.
He's wearing a helmet.
Pocket sand!
I'm wearing a helmet, fool.
I didn't think of that because
Yeah.
half my guys don't. So
You
they
guys just
sort of
throw sand and
assume-
just like
they just sort of assume people
flickers off
don't.
his steel helmet. Smack me with your stick.
I am gonna smack you with my stick. I've just like, they was opportunities to do stuff. Nothing happened, but that was just holding back this happening. Okay, he's gonna use his cleaver. He's got 3 attacks. Do me proud. That's
All hit. I have 4 up saves, but I can re-roll them because of my relic.
Ooh.
2 fail.
Yep. Oh,
Re-roll.
I just get too excited too early. God damn it.
Sigmarite armor always holds fast, vermin.
In the comments, can we all agree that Stormcast Eternals are absurdly overpowered?
They're actually mid-range. Don't worry, it's a Games Workshop game. The rules only matter for like a year, and then the whole meta just shifts. My Knight Vexilor with Banner of Apotheosis, Edward of the Twilight Sentinels. Twilight Sentinels, technically, but I'm doing that for you.
Thank you.
Uh,
Take what I can get.
4 attacks, hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s.
Come on, Burpee boy. 1 save, that's
2 wounds, goes to 1.
Oof, 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 oof.
How's that feel?
Painful, unpleasant.
You're within 3 inches of my Justicars, so they're in combat and now can pile in an attack.
All of, oh, you freaking kidding me. All right, pile in with your bloody shiny boys. Come on.
All right, so 2 of them are going to be in range. 3 up to wound. 1 wound.
Oh, come on, Burpee boy. Come on, Burpee boy. That's a save. No, it's not a save.
1
That's
rend.
because you've neg 1 rend. That's he's dead. That's what that is. He's dead.
Ha 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 ha! Another orc too bold for his own good.
I think that's everything I can do, except it's battle shock time. Battle shock time.
All right.
So you have a big loss to shock
All right,
test.
so I'll do my battle shock test for my archers. They're within 12 inches of Yggdrasil, so they're immune to battle shock.
Ah, come on! What the
I could never falter in the light of Sigmar's angel.
Well, that's my turn, done.
No, you know what's inspiring them? Jazz's sacrifice earlier in the river.
All right,
His
fine.
bobbing head
Sure.
floating down the river and thumbs up.
I appreciate you trying to comfort me in
Yeah.
my darkest hour.
They're ready to run, they're shaking, and they look at him and they go, I am an adult. And then they stand firm.
Oh, bravo, sir. Bravo. It's
Oh,
your
did you
turn.
score any objectives on your turn? 1. Did you score your victory thing?
Nope, didn't score that either, but I got 1 victory point.
So you're on 6.
I'm on 6.
My turn 4. Hero phase. We both, well, I gain, sorry, we both. My mistake. I gain a command point because my general's still alive. I'm going to use heroic recovery on my Knight Vexilor.
Of course.
So he heals D3 mortal wounds. He heals 2, so he goes just back up to 4. Which is nice, just a nice little boost for him.
I'm happy for you. I'm glad you get this every time. I'm glad this is what you get every time we play.
I'm sorry. Movements. All right, well, I'm going to kill this guy. I don't care about your hobgrots. They suck. I got a charge, so I got a 5-inch move. I'll move Lord Imperatant. Yeah.
Ooh.
They're just attached.
Killer Boss is in trouble. As you run towards me, your bannerman feels a click under his feet as the bomb I put there at the start of the game fucking explodes, Dave!
You put a bomb on this stick?
Yes! This is a rigged post and rail. Rigged little fencing.
No
bit.
wonder your bloody orcs have struggled so much. This was Brag's plan. This is why he's not
No,
playing
this
boys.
is bloody brainsy at work.
What's it do?
Were you near the bridge, Dave? No, you're near the post and rail, Dave. Roll some shit. Let's go! First time an enemy unit finishes a move within 1 inch of that terrain, feature or objective, roll a dice on 2+. That unit suffers D6 mortal wounds. On a 2+.
That's actually a lot more deadly.
On a 2+. If I get a 1, I swear to God, I quit. Come on! Yes!
4, okay. How many?
D6.
Okay, all right.
Mortal wounds.
Oh God, and this
He's
is on my
got
lord.
4.
Okay, my Knight Vexilor.
On! 5! I've got a 5. The universe wants him to die.
All I can picture is the scene from Kingsman 2. You just click and he like looks across and then...
Country road, take me home. But I also placed a bomb on this posting rail, Dave. Let me just, hang on, wait, don't mind me. Yeah, let's do that again, shall we? Ha!
Bang!
3 mortal wounds.
All right.
Cowards! Kill them in Sigmar's name!
Brainsy is the one who doesn't even have to be directly involved for the battle to start turning in his direction.
Wow.
He still has 4 Stormcast charging at him, which isn't great.
You know
I'm
what's
gonna admit, but...
wild? 2 inanimate objects have done about the same damage to my army as your whole army has.
I love it when you put it that way, Dave.
And the river. I did lose 3 dudes to the river.
I thought that, like, because you literally at the start, you were just like, and this way. It was like, totally bypassed anything.
I want revenge now. And I'm gonna hit you where it hurts.
Uh-oh.
Right in the fucking stupid bullshit OP archers.
No!
Oh, get
So she's flying over the building.
Yeah, she's fly, so.
Gee, that's a terrifying sight right there.
It does mean she's no longer with her bodyguards, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Get on up there, boys. Go on, boys.
Get on up.
Shooting phase, Yggdrasta is going to throw her holiest holy spear. Hit wound on 2, neg 2 rend, so you can't save with Hobgrots, it's just d6 damage. One Hobgrot gets hit. Other shooting is these 3 archers will also shoot the Hobgrots, because why not? All of them miss. Charge phase. First of all, we'll go Yggdrasta. 11-inch charge.
She can go wherever she bloody wants to.
And
Where's she
that's
going?
to massacre your boys.
Yeah, I thought she might do that.
Next charge is going to be my Stormcast Secretaires, who are going to attempt to charge your Shaman. 7 inches. That will not do it. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll the charge.
-1 to it anyway, so
They
that
fail.
was a useless
But-
kind of a command point.
Being that they are Redeemer units, they are worth 3 models, so they're actually doing a very good job of just holding that objective there so they can fail their charge. The bodyguards are going to charge your Hobgrots. Praetors, 7 inches, which becomes 6 inches, is going to get them there.
Yeah, just. Man, your guys look pretty cool, Dave.
Thank you.
I gotta admit.
And with a 1 and a 3, 4 becoming 3, they are out of range. They fail to charge. Brainsy is Brainsy.
Brainsy.
He's so Brainsy.
They're a little shook after, he just smiled while
Yeah.
2 of their toughest fellas died. He's just like, yoo-hoo. He's like,
You finally met me bloody cunning, did ya?
Allocate a unit to attack first. I'm actually going to allocate my Praetors.
yep.
And they are going to pile into the Hobgrots. Because I'm not too worried about little knife-wielding archers being able to kill Yggdrasta. I don't think that's a high probability. I am going to use a command point to order them from themselves to have +1 to hit. So I have 10 attacks with these guys. 3 up to wound. So that was 8 wounds at neg 1 rend. What's the armor on the Grods?
Not gonna be great.
2 damage a pop, that's 16 dead Grods. They just wade in swinging glaives and just
Slaughter these vermin in Edward's name!
Oh no!
I activate my archers, and I'm gonna attack back at Yggdrasta.
All right, it's pile-in time.
Point their big weapony sort of bolters at her and think, oh, they're too big to actually aim. Let's just grab our little shivs and give it a go. Let's see where that gets us, shall we? Okay.
1 6 and 4 hits.
So that's at 1 mortal wound.
Yep. So 2 saves, 1 fail, 1 passes. So I have, I have a mortal wound and a failed save.
That's 2 wounds.
And I have a 4 upward save.
Oh, come.
I fail them both.
Yeah.
She takes 2 damage and goes to 5 wounds left.
I'll take it.
And then I'm going to activate Yggdrasta, 3 damage. So 1.5 dead orcs.
And then I'll keep 1.
And now your Hobgrots can fight back.
Let's do it. 3 Hobgrots. Show them what you got, little lads. And then can we zoom in and add just like really tepid, like.
So I forgot to do my battle tactic for the turn, which is fine. I would have picked
to kill these archers, and Yggdrasta failed spectacularly, so it wouldn't have changed anything at this stage. Although VPs are VPs, try not to forget your VPs. It's a shame when it happens.
I get 6 attacks against them. Ha! Actually, that was all right. 1 mortal wound.
Yep. So that's
and
a dead dude.
2 hits. 4 plus a hit. Hey, I mean, that's something. They're going to run away in fear next, but, you know, I'll take what I can get.
Battle shock time.
Let's do it.
They are functionally immune to battle shock as they have a high enough bravery that 1 loss won't make them run.
Yep.
Your hobgrots are functionally can't pass battle shock.
I don't know about that.
Let's see it.
give it a go.
So 21. 21 plus their bravery is like 17 run away. And your bolty boys.
Oh yeah, oof. They could pass. Ooh.
4 plus 1 is 5. You'll be fine.
They're passed. Unless
It's the end of my turn 4. So
Battle
victory
shock done,
points.
yeah.
I have 2 objectives, so I get 2 points.
Ooh.
You don't,
Man, you could have attacked around that way.
I didn't.
You silly duffer.
You still would have held it, I think, because she only counts as 1 model. It's fine. I'm on 6 victory points. What are you on?
I'm on 6 victory points.
Going into turn 5.
Ooh,
We're tied.
Spicy.
Roll off
See
a
what
turn.
fate has in store. F***ing fate.
And I'd be stupid not to take the double
turn.
You had like a very slim
that's
chance.
That's what fate has in store.
Hey, so
Mudladz.
you get 2 command points. I get 1. I get 1 at the start of my hero phase. Everyone's gonna go, boo, double turn.
What do I get? 2.
Suck it.
So I'm on
You're
3.
on 1, 2,
1,
2, 2.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
because they reset.
I literally said everything but the very simple math answer. This round, and if there was ever a time for it, I'm gonna make sure that my killer boss has his finest hour.
Yep.
And that is my heroic action for the turn.
Okay, so that gives you +1 to wound and +1 to saves.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Brainsie's gonna have his finest hour.
Brainsy knows when to do it.
And for my battle tactic for the turn, narratively at this stage, that's what's most important. And that big, disgusting potion pot right next to my watermill is threatening the free people of Highish. My goal is to slay that swamp crawler
He
shaman.
was just gonna pour it in. He
nah.
figured it out.
He's got to die. So if I achieve that, I get a victory point.
All right. Okay.
All right.
As you were.
Yggdrasta took some damage, so I'm going to use my heroic action to heal her.
That's it. Goodbye, cruel world.
And
Goodbye,
I'm gonna heal
Kruleboyz.
1 wound. Okay, so she's at 6. All right.
Aww. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just gonna moan over here in the corners. Aww. Bloody single dice rolls.
I don't have anything else to do in the hero phase, so I'm just going to start moving in and trying to take out your last models for vengeance for my Knight Vexilor.
This is one thing Brainsy didn't count on.
Getting
Was all the leftovers.
Yeah, no, that doesn't look good for Brainsy.
my archers are they're out of range of your Kruleboyz because you have that
They're
12
running
inch.
home to their families.
Yeah, they're all running back to the
Who
mill.
are all alive and happy and healthy.
They are.
With clean running water. Did anyone ever
Everyone
think
wants you
about
to
what
win.
the bad guy feels at the end of the battle?
Shooting phase. Yggdrasta's going to throw a spear directly into the dudes.
Yep.
So this was actually my risk of death, was you could shoot into combat, but only the unit you're in combat with.
Yep.
So you could have shot me with your crossbow bolts, and that was what I was terrified of. She hits on 2, 4 damage. They're dead.
At last, we draw close to cleansing this land of your taint.
Charge phase. Yggdrasta will attempt to charge. Also, that smog, the neg 1 to charge, is still in effect.
I have 2
I don't actually
brave
know if I can make
Mudladz souls holding the final stand to take in the final hit.
I need a 11 or a 12 to make the charge with Yggdrasta. You know what? She'll just stand over there and be glorious, I think. I'll charge.
It's very noble of you to accept the re-rolls now. I wouldn't have in your position. But.
That's what separates the good guys from the bad guys. I'm going to charge with my secretaries, and they get a 10. So they're going to easily be
They're
able
in.
to
Go for it.
mob you.
Yep.
That shaman is not looking good, I don't think.
He'll die on the high ground.
Get him! He's ugly! I'm trying to make my Stormcast as unlikable as possible.
That's very kind of you.
Look at him! He doesn't even sparkle. It's disgusting. He's like the opposite of Sparkles.
Yeah.
These guys charge your big boy. They fail.
Great.
So I'm
That
going to
was
use a
bad.
command point to re-roll that.
Oh!
Whee!
No.
And that's
God damn it.
10 will definitely be in.
Ugh. Blech. Hate that. Really dislike that thing.
These
You
are
just
gonna
did.
charge.
Really don't like that at all.
8 inches will definitely get them in. 7 inches with the debuff.
Revenge Knight Edward at all costs! Charge! Charge!
Get him! Kick him in the
I
ribs!
think he's in trouble. You know what? I think they're both in trouble. Let's be honest. At least these jets have time to sort of go fishing. They're like, all right, get out the rods. We've got this. Go on, do what you do your bloody worst.
All right, so I think that I'm going to, at the beginning of the combat phase, so I have to do a few things. At the end of the charge phase, I have to roll against your bravery to see if you get debuffed.
Yep.
Which I didn't do for Yggdrasta again last. I have to beat your bravery on your killer boss. I do not, and on your shaman. I do not. That's 2 3s in a row. So there, you are not negating any wounds.
Okay.
I'm going to go beat face mode with my Sequitaires, and I'm going to activate their radiant weapons, channeling their etheric power into their weapons rather than their shields. And look, I should maximize my kills at Brainsy, but I don't want to.
Why?
Because I really want to lynch that shaman for making the place foggy and stinky.
Empower your weapons! Turn this swamp witch to paste! Oh, everyone, that was a low blow. Oh, my bloody hell! Can you just stop dragging this out? Ow! 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 Why won't you die? The stew makes me slippery.
What about the little one? Him too.
But
Successfully mauled.
in combat, I get to activate.
Now you activate.
And Brainsy.
Yep.
Brainsy, of course, is the last Mudladz standing.
And Stabgrot. Don't forget Stabgrot.
Well, you know, of course, you know, yeah, but 2 in a pair. But Brainsy is going to turn and attack your Capey boy here to create an opening to escape. He can go back and make a proper plan for the next attack because this one was planned by Brag, and we all know how that went.
And you know what's really cool is that if we one day did another battle with Brainsy, you could get a few of those like bolt ballistas and stuff
Yeah.
and have the more clever weapons and
Yeah.
have like a really tactical battle. Murray can come in and be
just
Brainsy.
totally rework the Mudladz to be clever, led by Brainsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a troll with a catapult on it and ballistas. Like there's
Fucking
all this
great.
stuff that, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Brainsy, come on! Just get out of there, Brainsy!
I'm going to use my final command point to give them +1 to their saves.
Do not falter!
Now, Brainsy, in his finest hour, is
Yep.
going to create that opening and escape. I'm also going to use my final command. Well, I'm going to use one of my 2 command points on giving him +1 to hit.
Okay.
Attacking Capey boys.
So
All
he's
right.
+1 to hit, +1 to wound, +1 to saves. Holy moly.
Okay, this is 4 attacks. This is 2+ to hit. They all hit.
That's 2 mortal wounds from one of them. So 2 mortal wounds go straight through.
Rusting Flail. I've got 2 attacks. Again, 2 up to hit, 2 hits.
Okay.
2 up to wound, 2 wounds.
Neg 1 rend, 4 up saves.
Yep.
1 failed, 1 passed.
failed.
How much does it do?
1 damage.
So this guy,
No, you sure it's not that guy?
yeah, that's my sergeant. She dies last.
Fine, okay. Well, luckily, my prized shiv is ready to finish the job. That's 2
2
wounds
wounds.
to save against. No rend.
Both
so
save.
Both save. But I made an opening.
1 wound. Fate wants him to escape. It's 2 damage.
Okay, all right. He's still got 4 wounds. Can he survive the final strike from the rest of your spear boys?
The spears come in, and I roll 5 6s, which is 5 mortal wounds. I rolled no 6s.
4 up 10. Ha! They all but 1 save.
Cool. So he's on.
He's alive. He survived
He
the
survives
onslaught.
your turn.
Brainsy! Is that everything you can do?
At the end of my turn, the end of my final turn of the game, I scored a victory point for killing your swamp shaman and 2 victory points for my objective. So I got to 9. Your turn 5.
Brainsy is clever enough to know that he's he's created an opening. He worked hard for that. Whatever command points I have that will contribute to him running away back
Yep.
to make a better plan, I'm using. So hero phase, I can attempt to heal.
Yep.
I just got to get higher than the
Lower than
bravery?
their
Lower.
Doesn't
Yeah.
work.
Okay.
That's
no.
not a very Orrucky thing to do.
No.
But you still have, in my hero phase, I can do something. And I'm just going to attempt to heal Yggdrasta for the salt-inducing full health of it. And
Of course, she'll get better.
she gets 2 mortal wounds, going back to full health. She's now on 8 wounds.
I don't even care because this whole thing was planned by Bragg, and Bragg's a fucking idiot. But Brainsy, it turns out, the man of the hour.
Bragg, who specifically ordered the men out to plant some bombs, but he forbid them from pouring poison into the water until he got to the battlefield. Very clever.
Brainsy led a different strategy. Anyway, all right. So,
you can command
full
point to max
run, command point, max run. I've spent my last command point on the ability to run full pelt. That gives him 11 movement, and he's gonna make it. Ugh.
He retreats.
I knew this battle was doomed from the beginning with that bloody Bragg in charge, but next time I see you, it'll be on my terms.
And, ooh,
he's within
6 inches, and you are not. That is all I could do, because I can't shoot, I can't attack, I certainly am not going to charge.
Well, you can't, you've ran.
But in his last act of defiance on this match, Brainsy throws a last bit of poison in the river and runs away with his little stab grot off back to the camp, which is decimated, but he's in charge now, and that's going to change everything.
I love with him standing just on the other side of a river of the Spear of Justice, who has wings. She's just looking at him and just like lets him scurry off. Like, what's going on there? Now she's busy murdering all the Orruks she just killed. She's making sure they're dead.
Yeah.
So he's gone. End of turn 5. Game over.
Well, that does give me 1 victory point,
Puts you
which
to-
brings me to 7.
And for the final tally, I achieved my grand objective. I slayed Bragg and Yggdrasta, or the Spear of Justice is not dead. So I go to 12 victory points. You killed half of your grand
Yeah,
strategy.
look, you know what? All things considered, and all roles considered, I'm pretty happy with the outcome, especially because Brainsy's alive. That's all I care about at this point, because that means a comeback one day.
I actually think it was looking pretty grim at turn 3, but you swung it back quite a bit. I mean,
Thanks
obviously
to
I
Brainsy's
still have
bombs, love that.
Yeah, I still have a lot of models on the table, but you almost took out this squad. Like it felt better once you had a few good things happen. Mostly bombs.
I love
Mostly
it.
the bombs. Thanks for watching.
That was awesome
Yeah.
fun. This was delightful. A huge thank you to our patrons for supporting us to make this possible. They are shown on the screen right now. We appreciate you so much. And of course, a huge thank you to Blackmagic for sponsoring this video, making it possible with our exciting post-production that we add to make the special effects and all of the stuff. We really want to take these battle reports as far as we can. Your support and Blackmagic support has made that possible, and we want to keep pushing it. So please make sure to hit like so other people can see this battle report. Leave a comment to tell us your favorite part and what you want to see in future, and let us know what you think is coming, because Brainsy might have some plans, but there may be a post-credit scene hinting at some other stuff happening.
I really hope you've enjoyed this battle report. Hopefully we can keep having some fun in this world. It's just a shame that the Stormcast Eternals have killed all evil and there's no remaining threats in the world of Age of Sigmar at all that could possibly shake up my ironclad rule over this territory. Nothing bad could happen.
Wait. Do you feel that? It's a post-credit scene. Oh. Joke's on you, Dave. There's more evil in the world than the Mudladz.